Hey everyone, it's Ken here. Hopefully, this will be the first of many production tutorials I'll do for you guys. I have a lot of old songs that people have asked about here and there. I thought it'd be fun to go through these project files together and kind of talk through them, and you can see what I did here. So, without further ado, this is If All Goes Well. All right, so that main piano sound is the Contact Scarby Mark I Rhodes piano. I have used this plugin on every song in the last 2 years. No exaggeration. I love it. There's the plugin. I have some saturation, I think, on the low end there. Cut out some sub frequencies, and here I have it's just the delay plugin. You might have heard of the Haas effect before. It's where you would take another recording or a copy of the same audio and pan one copy hard left and the other hard right, and then delay one of them. I found that doing that causes a lot of like phasing issues, and I just found that using the simple delay is like more efficient, easier, faster, and sounds better. So I've always been using this, and I just have a 8 millisecond delay on the right channel here. Also, we should look at this MIDI. You can see like it's just 4 basic chords here, but I think what makes it really come alive is the kind of like these leading voices and these trailing voices I put, and like the staggered attacks of the chord notes. I think it's really important to add kind of details like this to just make it sound more human, really. That's so pretty. Okay. Pretty much that's the intro. I have like an ambient layer and a sub bass. I think it's just 3 things going on there. Takes us to the next part. We continue to build kind of. Here we go. All right, that is one of my favorite piano plugins. It's an emotional piano. Very soft, pretty sound on that. And then I have some counter melodies with guitar coming in. The biggest part here too to like kind of pay attention to is the ambience. I think it's really important to have a bunch of ambient layers. Here, we can hear it. I think I generated all these layers from a plugin called Senfine, which I'll show you in a bit, but it's a really special plugin. Well, I think we'll get to that. I think actually we can go to that now, because this is when the guitar starts to come in. Let's listen to that guitar. So I tried to record my own guitars. I cheated on this one. These are all just coming from the same plugin here. It's called Senfine. This is, I think, one of my favorite plugins. Has really good guitar, pad, ambience, anything cinematic that you want or post rock related that you want, you can get from this plugin. Kind of give you an example here. That's just the preset ambient guitar. I got some delay on it, saturation, OTT, everyone's favorite, and then Valhalla Shimmer. Really, really good reverb plugin, especially if you want to kind of get more like, long reverb, ambient, tails type of sound. And there are 3 guitar layers there to really make it come alive. You know, the guitars are coming in. We also have strings coming in here. Nice. There's a cello of some sort there. I use East-West Orchestra for a lot of my string sounds. You can subscribe to their producer bundle, but it has a lot of really good like orchestral sounds and drum sounds. Also have an Omnisphere string and another contact string. I think that one is yeah, that's the cello. That's a really good song. It's contact session strings with the usual OTT, cut the sub, and a little bit of auto pan to give it some movement and boosted some high end there. So we're just building here, still building. Few things happening here. You can hear that kind of droney guitar sound coming in. That's it's a technique called tremolo picking on the guitar. If I can find it, here we go. So this is also Senfine. This is what this sounds like. Very pretty. That is the tremolo guitar preset with some OTT and again some Valhalla shimmer and my stereo enhancer. Cut out some harsh frequencies as well. Okay, look at the drums. There's kind of a hi-hat pattern in the background. That's just the Zan Griffin sample. And the snare drum, I use a plugin called Easy Drummer. So pretty realistic sounding drum set. Isotope Trash to kind of distort it a bit. OTT, again, stereo enhancer. I use this a lot, as you can tell, in reverb and some more EQ. And there's also a bass guitar in the back here. There's actually several layers. Let me play the bass guitar for you. That bass guitar is Scarby Rickenbacker plugin. This is something I really like to use on a lot of my songs too, just the layer really be on top of the sub bass to add kind of that grittiness. That's not, you know, it still sounds like instruments being played. It doesn't sound like a you know, Serum like square bass or something like that. Kind of a little more natural sounding, which I really like. Anyways, let's get to the drop then. So here we go. Again, a lot of guitar here. I think I resampled some old guitar I played before. With an Omnisphere patch underneath it. another layer comes in the second time. Oh, sorry, my audio dropped there. Something else too, there's a lot of vocals in this. It's kind of hard to tell when you're listening to it, but here's the vocals. So let me play that drop without the vocals. Those vocals add a lot. And the other thing is the drum set, kind of like a good acoustic drum groove in there. That one, I think again I'm using Easy Drummer for the kick, acoustic kick. I think there's also a clicky kick on top of it. Yep, and then crash cymbals also from Easy Drummer. There you go. And another acoustic snare. I think this is also sampled out of Easy Drummer. Cool. Oh yeah, there's also toms. Here we are, fat toms. I don't know where are these from. I don't know what pack that is. Anyways, got them sounding really, really punchy. Here you can listen to it. Ooh, those are crushed. It's cool though, it works. I think, yeah, there's some soft clip distortion on these from Serum and Trash. And the thing that makes them really punchy is a transient shaper. Oh, sorry. That's my dog. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, the thing that makes them really punchy is the transient shaper. Really highly suggest. There's a lot of transient shaper plugins, but I do highly suggest putting them on anything that you want to sound, get it to sound punchy. Nice. All right. Here we go. Part 2. It just 8th notes on the piano. I think I decreased the attack on it to give it kind of that like slow attack feeling. Really, the pianos just start building on top of that. More strings as well. Now that melody that comes in, that is a that's from my old, I think, Madeon remix. I was playing guitar, had like a bunch of, I think it was Decapitator on the reverb tail, something like that. Anyways, I resampled it, and now I just throw it into the sampler and I use that I use the sampled reverb tail of that distorted guitar as a instrument, I guess, that I can use as a melody. And I think you probably hear a lot of these in my songs too. That's some filtering going on, and I use Amp a lot for distortion. It's a really, really good plugin for like some natural sounding distortion, very crunchy sounding distortion. Other than that, the instrumentation is actually the same between the first verse and the second verse. It's just like, I don't know, it's like the entire vibe changes just based on the new melody, and then the addition of this distorted lead. I think the song gets really dark all of a sudden, which was kind of a happy accident when I was writing it. It was supposed to be kind of a uplifting post-rock song, because I wrote that first drop, and I was like, okay, that's cool, and then kind of turned into this, and I really like where it went. But here, let's check it out. Here's the build into the second drop. Yep, I just have one riser on that from San Holo's pack. Here we go. Okay. Honestly, the distorted lead is carrying a lot of the energy here. This is all actually, so something I do for sidechaining, old trick, is anything that you want sidechains. Well, I mean, I guess first of all, create a return track called sidechain, and anything that you want sidechains, I just reroute it to sends only, and send all the audio output to the return track. So in this instance, everything that's showing sends only to channel C is getting this compressor applied to it. Yeah, so that distortion, that's really the magic here. Obviously the crashes are playing a big part in this energy here too. We still have that tremolo guitar going. Let me see if I can find the we got bass guitars, we got subs. There is a synth. Here we go. There's a synth that comes into it's like a kind of detuned wavy synth. I can't tell you where I got this from because I don't remember, but I don't know. I think it works really well in here. Again, more stereo enhancer. Here's the kick. Actually, yeah, the drums actually. Here's a drum group. Pixon 01. A little bit of EQ and that's it. And more rides and more crashes. There's probably 6 crashes all layered here. And we'll continue through the drop here. yeah, there's vocals too. Here we go. I think this is also from a Son Holo pack. You can see I wrote this when I kind of around the time I got that pack, so there's a lot of stuff in there from that. And the thing with the second drop is, of course, we add the snare back into this. So here's the second drop. That's Cashmere Heart Snare 05. Compressor, I don't know why I have two compressors, honestly. I feel like I'm like killing the attack on this. Still sounds good though. Added some body to it and took out some high ends. I think I used a dynamic EQ because there was high end in the tail. I don't even know if it's actually like applying fast enough to make a difference. But yeah, that's what it is. So all together. Okay, and then I should go over my mastering real quick. Honestly, my mastering is different every time. I don't know. I still don't really know what I'm doing with mastering. But what I did for this one is took out some, I don't know, boxiness, I guess. Some saturator. Man, here we go. Exciter. A lot of high-end exciting. I think you know, it's not like I don't have any like super saws or anything in this song, so it's kind of lacking in the very high range, which adds a lot of energy to music, in my opinion. So I really boosted the exciting on the high end and also the low end as well. I think I have like one sub and one bass guitar. Kind of needed a little bit more low end exciting, so added that back too. Have an imager here, again trying to help out the high ends by adding a bit of width in the high ends and making my bass in mono. This linear multi-band compression, don't know if it's really doing much. Yeah, but it's there for some reason. And then another dynamic EQ to cut off some high end that was bothering me. I think yeah, somewhere it really smooths out the high end, so that's nice. Another EQ just because I didn't want anything below 25 hertz and nothing above 20k. Just to kind of clear headroom. There was a mid-side EQ. I guess the side channel was getting too many mids almost. So I cut out some mids on the side. And then for limiter, I used this plugin called Invisible Limiter. This is my go-to one. I think it's more transparent than like, I don't know, L2 or even the Ozone Maximizer. So I kind of stick to the Invisible Limiter. And that about does it. I always have these like, I always have tonal balance control open. just to make sure that I'm like kind of in the range that I want to be in as far as like frequency distribution. So we'll see. Everything in the ranges, kind of obviously trust your ears, but it's nice to have tools like this. Another one I keep around a lot is Insight. This is to keep an eye on my loudness. This song's not super loud because it is, right, it's not like a straight up EDM banger. But usually I'd shoot for like -5 or -4. I was happy with -6 on this one. And yeah, that does it for the first walkthrough here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.